All right. Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, everyone from wherever you're watching. We're here with a very, very spicy matchup that doesn't look like it from the very first glance, because you have United Kingdom seed 11 versus Singapore seed 23. But if you dig deeper, you will realize that Singapore, despite being the lowest seeded team in their group, won already 2 matches against Poland and Czechia, and now there's only one last final boss standing in their way, the United Kingdom. And having the honor of commentating this match is gonna be me, Philoxen, and I am today accompanied by the lovely Wilhelm. Hello, and how are you doing?
I'm doing great, and yeah, as you mentioned, Singapore have kind of been going on a tear throughout this group stage. I mean, you know, you already mentioned they won their 2 previous matches against Czechia and Poland, so now they just have the final boss of the United Kingdom to take down. But, you know, it's going to be tough, right? UK is a very strong team, but when it's group stage, anything can happen on a pool of this SR, so I'm just excited to see what happens.
Yeah. I mean, both teams, what they have in common is that they both beat Czechia. It was 5-1 for Singapore, and it was 5-0 for United Kingdom. They have quite different strategies because Singapore, they actually switch in between a lot of maps all the time. Matter of fact, against Poland, they lost their own Protect, which was DT1, but they won Poland's Protect, which which was a different map. They picked a lot of miscellaneous skill sets like Hardox 3, DT3, Primula, and DT1. Those are all completely different skill sets at the end of the spectrum. So I did not even know what to expect from Singapore. And regarding the United Kingdom, this one I feel like we're more familiar with because we did see a lot of those players playing 5 ECM, and of course those are your runner-ups from there, almost taking Russia to bracket reset, the team that won the FIGHT European Cup. And you have Wiggler, of course, all eyes on her. She is gonna be the carry for United Kingdom because she always is. And I'm pretty sure she knows what she's doing. But now we're just deciding on the pick order and ban order. I think we did see the Protect, am I right?
I think they're coming in chat right now. UK protecting Hidden 2. I think they did that last match as well. And Singapore going the Hard Rock 3 Protect. You know, I think, you know, you briefly mentioned about Singapore kind of going a bit wild with their picks. And I think, especially in a group stage like this, it's less about, like, skill set picking per se. And I think for some teams, it's going to be about picking easier or harder maps, right? I think for a group stage, you obviously want to pick what you're good at, but sometimes it's about contesting those higher seeded teams on those more RNG picks. I'm looking at, you know, Nomad 1, DT1, and also that Hard Rock 3. Those type of picks are usually quite good for the lower seeded teams. So I'm not too surprised seeing a Singapore protect out that Hard Rock 3. I think it is one of the more accessible and more consistent maps of the pool. United Kingdom gonna be protecting the Hidden 2. They did that last match, and I think UK is just known for being a bit of a hidden team, right? I think, although I think Hidden 2 is one of the more, like, I think it is one of the more RNG and, like, accessible maps of the pool, in my opinion. You know, I think given how Singapore showed to be quite weak on Hidden in the qualifiers, you know, this kind of makes sense. And we also see the bans come out right now. The first ban's coming in, and Singapore are going to be banning out the Nomad 4. I believe they did that last match, and the United Kingdom going to be banning out the DT1. I think these are pretty expected, right? Like, DT1 ban coming up in the UK. They don't really want to be contesting a team like Singapore on this sort of more accessible DT1 consistency pick, right?
Yeah, I mean, no, just knowing that Singapore already challenged Poland on DT1 and they succeeded in that. They beat Poland on DT1. Yeah, I can look at that and I'm like, nah, we are not playing this one. So yeah, completely understandable from them. Nomad 2 and Nomad 4 bans coming in from Singapore, and that is exactly the picture perfect situation that we had in the previous match. It was Nomad 4 and Nomad 2 from them as well. So they have some personal personal beef with those two. And yeah, as a matter of fact, those two are both custom, so well, that's unfortunate. You should check out Kane's and Amethyst's maps later on. Beautiful mappers. But yeah, that's not going to be the story for today's match, as we are finalizing our last ban. It's going to be DT2 for United Kingdom, Parousia. It's a map from 2011. And it's just your old map burst. It is very dense, 200 and almost 40 DPM. And yeah, completely understandable from United Kingdom. After all, they have the glaring weakness of speed maps. They do not really want to go into those. Even if Singapore is not that great at speed maps, it's still better to get rid of those maps that you're not very confident in. And that's gonna round up the ban phase of the match. We're now waiting for the first pick.
Yeah, I want to touch on that DT2 ban real quick, because yeah, I think part of it is because Singapore, I think, were quite a bit stronger on the DTs in general from the qualifiers against a team like UK, but also I think DT2 is just one of those maps where it's very, your score can get very polarizing, right? The speed is very concentrated in about 2 sections of the map, and if you don't hit those, then your score is going to be incredibly capped. But UK is going to be going to first pick, and they're actually going to be going into Hidden 1, which is kind of shocking to me as a first pick, actually. I don't know, do you want to talk about this one, Watson?
Oh, this one, what I know for a fact is that this HD1 so far has been one of the most popular maps in all the matches or group stage. It's a great custom, awkward aim and burst, name of the game. And yeah, I think overall people just really love this slot. HD1, pretty banger song, banger custom map, of course, from Retizen. And yeah, United Kingdom, after all, they, not even looking at 5WC, in 5EC, they've been abusing those HD maps all the time against anyone they played against. Not even gimmick maps, but just HD maps, HD control maps, HD aim maps on themselves was more than enough for them to establish dominance.
I mean, the one thing I am a little bit worried about is, as you mentioned, right, UK is a very strong hidden team, but I think this is one of the very accessible maps in this group stage pool. I remember it just felt a lot easier. It's very comfortable, even compared to some maps like Nomad 1 or T1. I think this Hidden 1 is very comfortable for any hidden player. And even though Singapore is weaker on hidden, I think, given how they've been performing, I think they can easily field a pretty competent roster on this sort of map. So I think it's just going to come down to that consistency, which, I mean, this is what group stage is all about, right?
Yeah, no, you can never underestimate Singapore, even though it's David versus Goliath type of matchup. Almost around 12 seed difference between the two. Things are very much undecided here. Singapore sending in Sopan, the Apple Tier Azrak and Junk Maniac, while the United Kingdom is here with a roster that we're all very much familiar with. It's Xtrullor, Wiggler, Umars, and Moreau. We're gonna be seeing the early accuracy advantage on the side of United Kingdom. Speaking of that overall comfortability, that reading on the map that they are just carving open at the moment.
Again, this first PI here, a couple breaks on the side of Singapore. Sopanda finding that early break there, and Apple Tier, the first one to find the break in the PI there. Meanwhile, United Kingdom is still holding that 4 AFC, and as a Thorax finds the break for Singapore, it's just Junk Maniac on the FC against 4 full combos. But just as I say that, the entirety of Singapore collapses, and it's still a full team, full combo on the side of UK.
Well, I do not want to call it out that early, but so far from what it seems like, you could just say same map but different league. 4-way FC on the left side, on the right side, Singapore, they took a critical hit. It's gonna be really hard to recover. They will need to sweat blood to win this one. It's already 400k score difference, and it's only growing. It's gonna skyrocket with time, because we're only halfway through the map. And once we're in the last quarter, that multiplier of combo is gonna completely blow Singapore out of the water.
just none of the players on the UK side are giving
God.
an inch at all, right? There's
The accuracies.
The accuracies are absolutely insane, and I mean, Singapore is trying their best to make a recovery here. All 4 players now stabilizing here, but we're going to be getting into the next Kaai very shortly, and this might spell a bit of disaster here. Just have to hope that UK finds some misses soon, but it's going to have to be very quickly, or else Singapore is just going to have no chance to respond at all.
Yeah, this is the first time Singapore is gonna run into the actual difficulties. So far, their previous 2 matches were very free. And now you just look at the United Kingdom, they are putting a performance that you could not really expect. The only question that we have now, Will, how far can they even push that incredible team performance? 4-way FC is not viable anymore because Mrao just found a break, but the other 3 are still going.
This is just an incredible team score from the UK side, and just kind of goes to show, I mean, how dominant they are on this hidden. Gimli holding that 2-way FC to the very end on the Humster and Umarov, and that is a 3.9 million team score. 1.3 million score difference there on the hidden one. I mean, if you're in Singapore Screw shoes, you know, there's not much you can really do. You just take that bullet and you move on. I mean, this is what you expect from UK's first pick, but man, what an absolute showstopper right there.
This is terrifying. Yeah, no, it looks to me like United Kingdom learned their lesson from 5EC because they lost a couple of matches in Swiss stage. And now they've practiced that low SR, 6.2 SR pull to the smallest details. And first map starting off really well. 1-0 to their board. Singapore is gonna reply with a pick of their own, but for now we can be very well sure, Will, on that. Anything consistency based, United Kingdom is probably gonna be more than confident in picking later on.
Yeah, and it's just a matter of what Singapore wants to go for here. I feel like, I mean, you do say that the consistency is taken out, but I think Singapore can contest on these sort of more consistency-based maps. I think UK is just so strong on hidden, and Singapore is just a lot weaker on the hidden modifier. And Singapore actually going to be going into their protect as their first pick. Going to be going with the Hard Rock 3, the speedier check.
Yeah, somehow, if I hadn't commentated their match against Poland, I would have said, oh, what are you guys doing? You're gonna lose it against United Kingdom. But no, you look at Poland, they won that 210 bursty mech consistency map against them, and it was more than enough for them to win. Singapore, because, like, you know, in qualifiers, their tapping scores did not actually seem that frightening, but when it comes to the lower SR pool, you have such crazy players as Dingwin and Almond Mall. Those are your lower ranked tourney players that were literally born in this SR of a pool, so they know the deal when it comes to it.
Yeah, I mean, you say that, but well, I think we just have to see on a map like this, right? I think this map is quite accessible to the UK roster. I think the bursts are not super long, if I'm not mistaken, right?
That's true. Yeah.
And I think it's just a very consistent map, which kind of worries me a little bit for the side of Singapore, right? I think UK is the type of roster who has the roster depth to be able to put out like a 4-way, 3-way on this sort of map. And Singapore, they did play this in their match against Poland, and they put up a pretty solid 2.5 million team score. But I think, you know, against a roster like UK, I think you kind of need something more, right?
Yeah. For example, Nukes with no map that we just saw in chat, so that's quite promising. We'll see how it goes.
Oh,
yeah, but we're seeing the first appearance of Silva actually in for the money. That mechanics player is here, and yeah, you did mention it. I think United Kingdom, even though they're not very famous for their quick fingers, it's gonna be more than enough for them to cheese through this burst at the very least. So Singapore, they have to watch out if they want the first point of their board. Here we go with Hard Rock 3. Dustwind is starting.
And yeah, we see what this map is all about, right? It's these 210 BPM bursts that, you know, don't get too long. And just like I say that, a couple breaks coming out from both sides here. Broken Fairy 400 and Wiggler both finding the early breaks there. It's just a Thorax on the side of Singapore to trade it. And Singapore is going to be taking that pretty early score lead, but UK still have a sort of accuracy buffer. But with Apple Tier finding that combo break on the side of Singapore, traded out by Silva actually, that's going to keep the score lead in favor of Singapore.
Yeah, this is the question of durability here, and Singapore is having the upper hand at the moment. The lead is slowly but surely growing towards their side. The accuracy is dropping slightly, but it doesn't matter. The point still stands. Dingling Chang, Asterix and Almond Mall, the three hard hitters of Team Singapore. They're not softening this their grip on this map. United Kingdom is trying to catch up. They're still on their tail. Any minor mistake from Singapore might cost the point here. And yeah, United Kingdom, you should be very focused at the moment, because same applies for United Kingdom. If they find a break, it's gonna be more than enough for Singapore to just try and run away, and that's what they're doing.
And as the break opens, I mean, everyone's just found such a good recovery, but here's where the streams starting getting longer and longer. And this is where we probably expect to see those crucial breaks that decide this map. As it stands right now, everyone's still holding those massive combos, in Singapore just barely eating it out with a 150k score lead into this final section of the map. It's just a matter of who combos first, and it's Silva for the side of the United Kingdom.
Yeah, Silva blinks first, Alcerex blinks second, but it's not gonna matter as they trade each other out. It's a three-way FC versus three-way FC, and Singapore is gonna take it all the way to the very end, hidden that flow aim stream. As that is it, Almanamal does find a break, but it's already the outro of the song, and Singapore is standing strong on business. Getting that mechanics win, yeah.
I mean, that's a pretty sizable improvement from their previous score, right? They went up a whole 500k, which, I mean, is exactly what you need against a dominant roster like UK. But Singapore managing to clutch it out in the end and getting that first point on the board. But they have used up their Protect already, which, you know, makes me a little bit worried about how they're going to move forward into this match. Going to be UK to respond with the next pick, and they're going to be going into the Protect as well, actually, going into the Hidden 2.
Not AMATTARU. I mean, we both know this artist. This artist's songs are very mappable, and they do feel like those gimmick maps. So you have this one. I would say this sort of awkward aimish map with rhythm. Like, you have rhythm jumps, no matter how stupid it sounds. And yeah, we shall just wait and see. We almost saw Quadway FC on this one from Australia yesterday. So if United Kingdom wants to show us some stellar performance, I think this is gonna be the map to do such. And we actually have a special guest joining the BC. Bro, get this guy out of here. What is this ominous laugh, bro?
What's good, gang? I just finished my 5WC calls. Don't ask me why I had 5WC calls. It did not go well. But what's happening, guys? What's happening? Why is UK down 1 point? Why does
it tug of war? Oh, Gamili.
Hard Rock 3, bro.
Wait, what happened at Hard Rock 3, bro?
UK just threw a bit. That's all.
Yeah, and Singapore high roll. It was really good from them. But the thing from Singapore overall, I don't know if you know, but they won their last 2 matches against Poland and Czechia, so they're on a very good run. Yeah, even though they're the lowest seed in their group.
Wait, are they in the challenge? Wait, are they in challenges?
No. They even if they lose to United Kingdom, even if they get like 3rd or 4th place in group, they're still gonna be in loser bracket.
Wait, hold up. Wait, what? Where are they? What kind of?
They're in one of the higher groups. The higher group.
Thank you, Philoxen.
One of the higher groups. Yeah, that's
one
right.
Of the higher groups. What are your thoughts on this map, Will? What are your thoughts on this map?
I think UK is going to be favored because Singapore is kind of bad at hidden, but I think this is a pretty accessible one. I mean, Philoxen's already talked
Really? Are you sure?
Yeah,
I think it's quite.
I
think it is quite accessible.
I think you're skid. This is not accessible, bro.
Yes, it is, bro. You just learn.
Bro, tell me that when you see the rhythm change, bro. Instant, like this Dingling guy.
Watch. Rhythm change.
Check this out. No. You don't even get it. You don't get it.
It's
don't
one
get-
rhythm change, bro.
It's just
It's
two
just
triples
one.
back to back. It's like boo, 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 boo. Yeah, that's it.
Bro, you have to look at this.
Look,
Okay,
they all
hold
hit
up,
it. They all
wait,
hit
hold
it. They all
up,
hit
hold
it.
up.
They all hit
all
it.
hit
Wait, hold up.
it, bro.
This is not.
Dragon's
What is he doing? What is it? Oh wait, the frick.
Wrong,
Alright, we
wrong
need a-
pronounced.
We need a counter of how many times I misgendered Dragonfire on the stream on accident. I'm sorry, Dragon. You
Okay,
already
can we
know
talk
it.
about the actual gameplay?
Well, John Maniac and Dragonfire are both trading up 2-2, so now it's still dead even somehow, but it looks like UK, by holding the accuracy lead, is going to be triumphing over Singapore now. I mean, Philoxen, you know, is there really any dislikes there? Like, do you really think there's anywhere these players will find this?
There's just the last Kaai that is gonna make the difference between the two. Otherwise, United Kingdom, they have a pretty confident advantage right now. They just need not to shit miss on anything, and they will have that point in their bag.
I mean, they have the accuracy lead right now. I mean, Ding Chen is sitting at a very.
Bro. You did
Eighty-nine
have to do my boy.
right
You did have to. No, I want to check this miss. 4-way meltdown. Okay, wait, hold
there
up.
it is. There's the Kaai.
Hold up.
I might
Hold
just be
up,
UK. I might be Singapore Glaze of all time. Hold up.
Yeah, where's
Wait,
the
is
glaze?
there enough time?
Where's the
Is there
glaze?
enough time? Is there enough time?
There is enough time. There is enough time. They're pulling it back. They're taking it home.
Wait, whose pick is this? Is this UK's pick?
Yes, this
You
is
guys
the
protect, bro.
Oh my god! Wait, what are we doing? How are they doing this?
Wait,
Glitch on- Oh my god!
This is the universe.
They're
11k,
crazy.
3k, what?
Okay, my bad. Maybe the map is accessible as hell. My bad, bro. My bad, bro.
No, that is insane. Anyway, from Singapore, I mean Laosai, and
Bro,
and
you
become
don't
my
say-
husband. Holy, is it not Laosai?
Wait, do you know what that means?
What does this mean? Good job,
Look it up.
Laosai. I really
Just
like.
look it up. Just look it up. Hearing a white person pronounce his name is so funny. Just
Bro,
look
some-
it up.
Someone said, "Can we get gaming back to quals?"
Wait, who said that? Who said
So
that?
panda.
So panda. Oh my god. Furry and Pangsai combo. Can I say what the hell? Oh man.
Okay. Yeah. You guys take the lead on this. I will go translate the meaning real quick.
Okay. Well, what do you think Singapore goes? What do you think Sigma 4 goes here?
I think they're gonna Nomad 1, high key. Or maybe Hard Rock 1.
No way.
No,
Really?
but like, they wanna abuse consistency, right? Like, they don't wanna beat UK on like no mod 5, no mod 3, or free modes. Like,
Is this not the most obvious DT3 though? Like, is it not?
well, they could go DT3, I guess. You're right.
Like the UK Lil Kenyuli just hate this DT pool. Like they hate it, bro. Look at that double ban.
Yeah.
Or they can just not pick. Or they can just not pick. Thank you, Furry. Thank you, Mr. Furry.
I don't think UK is necessarily bad on this DT3 at all, because they can definitely play it.
Oh, I mean, the UK is strong. It's weak on speed, not frame control, right? But wait,
Yeah.
they go no mod 3.
That is very ballsy. That is very ballsy from Singapore. I'll give him that. Because I mean, United Kingdom, you have Wiggler. Like literally, this map has bubbly wiggly patterns, and you can Wiggler. Like you cannot pick it into her. But you're doing that.
What is
No,
this control?
overall, United Kingdom is a very strong control team. So
Yeah.
I mean, Singapore will have to sweat blood to win this one.
Yeah, no, that's definitely what I'm thinking, right? Like, it's not so much so that maybe Singapore is weak on number 3 to me. It's more so like, isn't this something that UK is incredibly strong on? Like, isn't control like their ballpark? Even if it's not like strictly aim control, like the whole genre of control seems to be under UK's purview.
Control freaks. Anyway, yeah, United Kingdom, Singapore, and this one that's really gonna be a
Oh, crap.
very RNG battle. Singapore. I know we're seeing Apple Tier Razork and So Panda. Apple Tier, the guy who is actually really good when it comes to control. Who did not play qualifiers, by the way, so that's one of the reasons why they were so low seated. And this guy being one of the carries gonna
What is
be
Apple Tier?
might be a determining factor. Who knows?
Yeah, no, I mean, Singapore fielding in Soul Panda and a Thorax for this map. I am pretty interested to see how that plays out. I mean, if you look at the Singapore composition right now, you're seeing 2 vets and 2 newcomers. It's a pretty interesting comp. This is a map that demands a lot from your consistency, right? That's the main point of contention here. But what do you think? What are you thinking of the UK's chances here, Will? Like, do you think they're a bit shaky? Do you think they're a bit shaky? Like that Hidden 2 was not really that indicative of their skill, I think.
No, I don't think so. Yeah, I think that Hidden 2 was just a very strong overperformance from Singapore there.
That's
I think,
true.
you know,
That's
on
true.
any other day, I think UK could, because like the team scores were certainly not bad from either side there. So I think this is gonna be like the name of the game for this entire match. I think neither team is going to set necessarily bad scores. I think it's just a matter of that consistency, which is just what this group stage is all about, really, isn't it?
Yeah. Well, going early sections into the map, and really there's nothing much to talk about, right? This is like, imagine if we put No Mod 1 into No Mod 3. Like, it's just a bread and butter fundamentals No Mod 3 consistency map. Lawson, who are you placing bets on for first miss?
First miss. I'm doing bro.
Bro.
No, I don't.
Okay.
Well,
What?
Wait, that's the
Goodness,
last
bro.
person I
That's goodness,
expect.
bro.
That's the last person I expected to break. Jack Maniac is gonna be trading that, so it's not bad. We're fully taken into action with this first Kaai 3YFC versus 3YFC. Jack Maniac breaking once more. Those slider aim patterns are kicking in, but everybody is just carving this map open.
That's right. We're moving into the second quarter of the map, and it's looking really good for the UK, especially as Thorax finds that miss. And yeah, I mean, I don't know why Singapore would go for a pick like this, right? It's not a matter of how strong they are on a certain pick like this, but it's like, why take that risk? But Morale is gonna be the next one to go down.
Yeah, we're still pretty.
Whoa.
What is happening, guys? Come on, guys!
It's overall an apple here to trade the bricks, and now it is just so panda against Sparkly Fairy 400 on the side of UK. Some nice recovery combos from Wiggle and Junk Maniac, but as it stands right now, UK have that sort of accuracy advantage and the score buffer that they built up in that first third of the map.
Yeah, no, Sparky Fairy looking very good with the accuracy here as we move into the next KI. Whoa, times are getting rough for Singapore as they're being pushed back into a corner. The combos are honestly pretty dead even, but Stagnation is only going to favor the team with early game priority, and that team is the United Kingdom as we move into the last third of the map, and the scoreline only continues to flicker.
Yeah, Singapore really needs a miracle right now, but it is turning away from them. Junk Maniac finding another break. The lead is growing slowly but surely to United Kingdom. They know what has to be done. They know what is at stake. Sparkly Fairy, all eyes on you right now. Can you pull it all the way to the very end of the map?
Oh yeah, keep talking about Sparky Fairy, Falcon. Keep talking
yeah,
about
that
it.
is right. No, I mean, this guy only mastering those movements. No room for break from this guy. Oh my god, just dropped the 50, but it's... No, but so panda is a break. No FCs left for Singapore, only Azerax. Sparkly Fairy saying, let the bodies hit the floor, and he is getting that point to United Kingdom's board, bro.
There are two moves inside of me. Two.
I'm gonna be the third one, yeah, bro.
Oh man, yeah, like just an absolute slaughter fest coming in from Xtrullor, right? Leaving no bodies on the ground. Man. Yeah, I didn't really like that pick. I didn't really like that pick. Wasn't a big fan.
It's breakpoint for breakpoint, right? And now the teams are up 2-2-2.
Wait, hold on, I'm putting on my caster lines as well. Hold on.
Oh no.
So now it's UK to respond with their next pick, and I mean, I feel like they're just gonna go straight back into the hidden pool, right? The hidden 3 is just right there waiting for them. Combines the hidden and the control element that they've been just so good on throughout this tournament.
That is true. The thing about Hidden 3, I'm a bit apprehensive about this one, because it's one of the shortest maps in the pool. It's 1 minute and 40 seconds of gameplay, so it's almost TV size, and we saw a lot of breakpoints from many teams throughout this entire group stage. What was a goofy ass sound?
Bro, what? Bro, don't make me start dropping some sick beats, bro. Don't make me drop them sick beats.
Alrighty then. But yeah, if I were to guess, United Kingdom, you could go for some, you know,
Hardrock 2 and then put Soul Panda on it.
Hardrock 2.
That's all I'm saying.
Those who know.
Those who know.
Ooh, okay, roster depth gonna be put to the test. 3-1.
Yeah, this 3-1 is demon. There's no way that the poolers didn't have a devious grin on their face when they put this 3-1 in the pool, bro. Like, they gotta be like rubbing their hands together when they have to watch their players play this, because this is like a low BPM flow aim check, like where this skill set itself is not very commonly seen, and like it requires so much discipline, and and when you slap on the mods of it, it's just so evil. It's just so evil.
Yeah, I mean, it's those like messy flowy patterns that just really, really tricky on the mods, on hidden and hard rock. So gonna really put that roster depth to test, and I think UK just skill set wise is also going to be favored on something.
You ever seen the chat? Have you seen the chat?
I really like this thing from the United Kingdom. It looks like they really put a lot of thought into their strategy, right? Because this definitely opens up a lot of avenues of attack.
It's a very interesting observation in an observationally interesting way. Yeah, that's right.
This observation is interesting in the sense that it is interesting and it invokes a lot of interest in myself.
I derive in a lot of interest here. Regardless, the free mod rules are gonna be quite different from the standard ones, because every single player needs to get at least one mod into the lab. So yeah, any guesses on mod combinations?
Yeah, no, I think Laosai goes hidden hard rock easy here. I think Laosai goes hard rock, Dimension goes hidden, Young Media goes hidden hard rock, and Athorax goes easy. And on the left side, Wiggler 100% takes hard rock here. Umaro takes. Wait, hold on. I don't know enough about them to troll. Wait, hold up. Help me out here, Philoxen. Help me out, Philoxen.
Umaro's gonna get self-issued.
No, because why does this comms actually hate us? Dragon, you know the look at yourself. You know the answer to that. It's alright. It's alright, buddy boo. It's alright.
Triple. What are we saying? Triple hidden from United Kingdom. It's only Neox the tapping beast, but also having to be a really strong hard rock player to opt that hard rock. And for Singapore, it's gonna be very, very balanced. Laosai Junkmanic with hiddens. And Athrak with Jingle Chang double hard rock. So yeah, we're gonna enter the Laosai?
Alright!
Hello.
That's what we're talking about. W man.
Abort?
I mean, there is time. There is time to abort.
There's definitely time for Singapore to come back in this scenario. I mean, it's still not over yet, right? There's a lot of leg room to come from.
Oh, yeah. There is a board. There is an abort.
A lot of wiggle room.
Who's the ref?
Okay.
Outside died.
Tablet died. Tablet dried. Wait, what?
Tablet dried.
Oh, died. Okay.
Bro, never speak English again, bro.
English is my tool
Also,
language.
Lawson, let me send you the Gemini summary. In stream.
Where is it?
Check streaming.
What do you mean Gemini summoner, bro?
Wait, so that's a good thing we aborted Laosai.
Wait, you're right. Wait, our brains are thinking. You need 300 IQ to listen to this cast. Alright, we're back into the action. I think the fact that UK goes to be hidden is really ballsy. I'm definitely hoping for some chain misses there. No hate watch whatsoever.
I mean, hidden is just the mod you chain miss, right? Like hard rock, the wiggles are obviously more wiggly, but
Oh, yes!
okay. Well,
I'm sorry,
okay, buddy.
I'm sorry, bro, I love you.
I guess both hiddens on the side of Singapore are Crumble and Umaroth. Okay, never mind. Everyone just hits that section, I guess.
Man, like hidden is not real. Like hidden is low key not a real mod, you know. Like after that Laosai pre-abort cosplay from the entire lobby, amazing stuff. We're looking at two FCs on the side of United Kingdom. The matchup against Singapore's one. Thorax really being put against the corner right here. You know, the lone FC on the side of Singapore just being completely cordoned off as Umarov finally gets that recovery combo and Wiggler tries to look for another adversary to cancel out.
No, yeah, Azarax is cordoned, but he's still swinging. He is trying to keep the dream alive. United Kingdom they are just circling like vultures around Azarax's full combo. If this one goes down, it's gonna be over. Their claws are gonna be merciless. Sparkly Fairy Neox, double FC, bro, Sparkly Fairy Neox, still FC, and it's already halfway through the map and already has 300k score. Oh, it's wait, yeah, 300,000 K score difference, which is looking very grim for Singapore at this moment.
I mean, with those bricks on Dinglington and Laosai, it's just kind of UK gonna be running away with this, right? Even if they find a total collapse, like, there's just not gonna be enough time for Singapore to make any sort of recovery here into this final third of the map, and I mean, this is what we expect from UK.
Yeah, with the FC from Xtrullor being the instrument of execution, they're not going to give any room for breathing for Singapore on this Fremont one, and they're gonna be taking it all the way, bringing the series up 3-2. Fix our running drive for Singapore.
Yeah, 1 million difference between the United Kingdom and Singapore. That is not a difference. That's a canyon of more than 1 million team score difference. And Wiggler was a break at the end.
Yeah, there's a chip on his shoulder.
3.2. And the third point. Yeah, wait, we're officially in the mid game of the match.
Really? Are we? I feel like
No.
we're in the. I feel like we're the
McDonald's?
part of the match.
I think Singapore is low-key maybe out of picks. I don't know, like
Everybody
they
quote
have...
Willem on that cast. I think Singapore's low-key maybe out of picks. This is my goat, by the way. This is my 3WC caster, by the
way.
No.
Okay. The thing is, like, UK have been winning their picks by like a 1.2 million team score, and Singapore have been winning their picks by like 3k.
100 team score. Yeah, no, I think Singapore go for number 5. You know, they won on the hidden 2. I think it's time to pick into the, you know, that sort of close analog in number 5.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Top 10 smartest movements.
Now watch this actually. Look at that. Number 1. Look at that snipe. Look at that.
Nah. DT3.
Against Dragonfire? Like, are we trying to throw? Wait, hold up.
No, they usually...
Is Dragonfire even in for DT3?
Okay, wait, hold up. Is Dragonfire awful?
Dragonfire got
Wait,
600K.
Dragonfire, if you're in chat, can you respond right now? Can you play this? Are you in?
They're picking DT3.
Okay.
They are.
Okay. Yeah, no, that's my feelings towards this map as well. Don't worry about it.
Talk about this map.
This map, I mean, this is like the third cast I've been forced to talk about this DT3. It's doubles, triples, and quads blended into
Alright,
each
thanks
other.
for talking for lots of
With some aim as well. It's a very nice test of both finger control and your consistency. And also one of the more accessible maps in the pool. That seems like the strat for Team Singapore, going for the maps that are generally on the easier side, because you just pick whatever you feel like you're more comfortable with, and that has been working against anybody but United Kingdom so far.
I mean, UK did get a pretty good 3.1 million team score on this map, but I think if Singapore is feeling good on this, they could definitely surpass that, right? I mean, everyone did eventually find a miss on the side of UK, so Singapore can pull up with the 2-way, 3-way, you know, it's looking pretty doable.
Yeah, no, the main point of contention, right, is whether Singapore can hold up in terms of the accuracy. We've seen on every single point, even ones that they've won, where, you know, they win solely because of the combo. It's never that accuracy, and especially when, you know, you're on a low SR GT3 such as this one. Number 1, it's very short. Number 2, it's very accessible. So if everybody is going to be holding a high combo, what's going to be the difference maker? 100% it's going to be the accuracy. And not just that, if Singapore don't have the accuracy, every single miss is going to be even more punishing at the end of the day. So Ironically though, why does the comms hate me? Bro, you gotta donate to Super Chat, alright? If Dragonfly wants to talk to us, hold up. Damn it, we gotta start making this guy pay. This, this, wait, this, wait, how do you, wait, how? Wait, how?
Also, how?
How does that, hold up. Anyways,
Okay,
back
back to the business. Back to the video.
Back to the map. Back to the map.
back to business.
Back to
This is gonna be
business.
the instrument of execution.
I mean, yeah, we
The
see-
Dragonfire is not gonna be the instrument though.
Anyway, early days
Yeah.
in the map, and it's gonna be
Nice pass.
it's gonna be Dragonfire with the very early miss there, but that's not gonna make too much difference, right? UK is taking a pretty sizable score, they just based of that accuracy you were mentioning, right? All players up at the 97-98 mark.
Yeah, the dynamic duo of
Pick up.
The dynamic duo of Hans. Wait, what am I saying? Wait, I can't count. Okay, something. Lead going in favor of the United Kingdom right now. It's 3-3, but not really 3-3 because Dragonfire found a miss at the early sections. But AMATTARU has found a miss and looked alive. There is no accuracy, and that scoreline is instantly going to be Yongdao. Wait, to the left side. It's crazy stuff. 100k. What are we missing on? What are we missing on?
I mean, this map is quite short now, so Singapore have more than enough time to make the recovery as Wiggler finds that break. It's now 2 FCs on the side of Singapore.
Yo.
one FP.
Oh,
Yo, did they hack into her PC or something?
no, but that one from Alman Mall was the lifesaver for United Kingdom. You know, Singapore, they have been very naughty with those picks, and United Kingdom is punishing them right now. This is the moment when United Kingdom is lowering the guillotine and getting that 4th point on the board now. And that is a major turning momentum as well, because they're now... Oh, never mind! This thing is coming over! No, it's going home to Singapore! It's no break point at the very end! What? What?
Guys, what the fuck happens if this match goes to tiebreaker?
Then it's already for my lines. To all you doubters, wait, I can't use that. I can't. The crownless are fight. Wait, hold on, I can't use that one either.
The
Winning is
comeback
not
light.
a chance. It's a choice. Yep. Yo, wait, hold up. Singapore just won that point. Wait, guys, guys.
I know, I literally said...
Wait, hold up. Singapore
I
just won
said
that point. Wait, what are we doing? Wait, what
Well, I
are we
don't know,
doing?
Anyway,
but they're
anyway.
doing history. They're making
They're
history.
not making
They're history makers. They're history makers.
Oh, like bookmaker, very smart.
No, genuinely, like Singapore is on a generational run. If they win this one against United Kingdom, they will be top 1 of their group.
That's fucked up.
It's looking kind of true though. Flossel's actually right about that.
Well,
That's actually kind of crazy.
Yeah, thanks for the approval,
UK
bro.
gonna be picking the Nomad 5. What a shocker. Wait, why are they picking Nomad 5, Loki? Didn't they lose on the hidden 2?
Bro, are you stupid? You
Redemption.
wanna look at that scoreline? You wanna look at that scoreline again? I'm sorry, Ding Chun like can one, but I do not think he's combo gaming this Nomad 5. And then he watched me get proven wrong, bro. Watch me get proven wrong. We're gonna see Furry and Boxai in for this match as Kiraze has said in chat.
Okay.
Wait, hold on, let me search up Geometry Dash levels real quick.
Why? Why?
Is this because we know Bald about it and he don't?
Wait, hold on.
Yeah, can we talk about the map? Yeah,
Okay,
no.
yeah, there's no
the,
mod
like,
5.
Yeah, like the map doesn't even have geometrical jumps. Like there is no way you're bringing geometry dash reference into this one, because it's actually AR6 CS5 and it has a lot of those constant awkward aim patterns that are really easy to shit miss on actually. So gonna be pretty RNG one. I think if Singapore wants to get a break point, matter of fact, it's gonna be the best opportunity for them.
Yeah, that's right. I mean, like the best way to describe a map like this is it's sort of like it's sort of like a polar guy is constantly throwing things at you, right? Like base after base, it just can't let go with the amount of reading that it constantly throws at these players. And there's so many jumps. You might as well even call them a jumper. But the thing is, they just keep cycling through and through, similar to a time machine. But the question is, do they have the X step to beat through the clutterfunk of patterns that these electromen have?
If Singapore loses this one, they will be on deadlock.
It's a geometrical dominant. They will be called geometrical dominators.
Anyway, getting into the map. I mean, yeah, Phlox, you described this one very well.
What about me? Oh really? Oh really? Oh really? Alright, but straight into the action. So far gonna be the first one to go down, followed by Drunk Maniac. But like on my heart, Furry is gonna find that miss to trade things up, giving United Kingdom an early score lead, holding 3 FCs to 2. And as Lawside continues to find misses, that's gonna be another one down for Singapore as Applety has left on his lonesome.
Yeah, United Kingdom's catharsis is looking very beautiful right now. Almost a quadway FC. They're having that driver. Wait, no, never mind. They're in that driver's seat, even though it's just the beginning of the map. Yeah, that is right. Yeah, early advantage, some lag room for themselves. They can allow some mistakes, and they will still be with a pretty confident lead. So they can be pretty happy of the situation that's on the board currently.
Oh, and
He's trying to
Wiggler
think of the
is the
references.
one that finds the break, but he's traded back by Lawside, and what's that? That's now 2 full combos on the side of United Kingdom and 1 recovery versus 1 FC on the side of Singapore and 1 recovery. So combos are looking pretty dead even right now, but that's only gonna favor United Kingdom, who have that pretty sizable score buffer. As Lawside note locked on that pattern right there. UK is kind of just gonna run away with this. We're building up that 200k score lead right now and counting.
Yeah, that's right. We're going to the last sections of the wait. No, we're not. We're going to the last third of the map. And the thing is, with Applety finding that missed his combo, there really isn't anything Singapore can do to hold back the floodgates, right? They still have 1 large combo that is just completely uncontested for the entire scoreboard. Xtrullor is going to find a miss, which is going to slow down the bleeding, but I don't think that that's going to make any significant dent to the scoreline, as the rest of the recoveries are just so ironclad and locked in. And
Yeah,
Rao might find a miss, however. Hold on!
Oh. Yeah,
Question, really.
I do not think there is enough. Like, it is moving towards Singapore, but it is just not enough time. There's like last 20-30 seconds of the map left. Unless United Kingdom finds more breaks, then that's gonna be the perfect scenario for Singapore. Because so far they are bleeding. They cannot stop the bleeding, but Singapore, the time is not on their side, and that's gonna be the determining factor. They can also find that break not gonna help whatsoever.
What?
Double break from Silva, and Row might be it though.
Wait!
Wait! Oh, these are the final patterns of the map. There's not enough time. There's not enough time.
Bro, if the furry, I'm gonna beat this. If this furry didn't miss at the very end, like, I think Singapore actually would have gotten it. Hold up. Someone run an emulator on that. Hold up. What the hell is that?
Unfortunately, they did not secure that breakpoint, and now Singapore have 1 last pick left to potentially bring this one to a tiebreaker. Ooh, what do they go for, Mr. Gami?
Yeah, you know, as they like to say, they put their first foot on the base of the mountain, but the question is, can they survive the climb? So I think they go Hard Rock 2 here and put So Panda on it.
You're actually throwing, bro.
There's no way they're gonna pick Hard Rock 2.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I'm positive.
Like COVID positive?
Yeah, like Singapore, they usually like go for some maps like Nomad 1, DT1 Hard. I mean, that's what they did against Czechia. So, you know, we still see Nomad 1 option available. Maybe they will get jolly with it, who knows.
What? What does that even mean? What does getting jolly with it even mean, bro? Now watch this Nomad one predict.
Maybe they
Hold up.
fancy Nomad one. No, my predict.
No, my predict.
They
bro.
pick.
No, my-
they,
ah,
predict
shit.
they predict Hard Rock 1. They
Okay.
predict, yes, Hard Rock 1. Yes, I'm so right.
You're so smart, and it's like you know the theory of everything.
Shut up. Shut up. Shut up. Shut up. Shut up. I mean,
Yeah, this map is a bit of a finger dash, if I do say so myself, right?
Shut
A lot
up.
of weird bursty patterns that just littered throughout the entire map. Who's going to Japan real quick? Yo, chat, what are we doing? Yo, what is...
Because they're playing Tokyo. It's a word play. You don't get it.
Oh, it's a... Sorry, English is my second language.
It's okay. Well, English might be my second language as well, but casting is my first language. And I will be very happy taking you through this Tokyo journey. As the last map that Singapore gets to pick. If they win this one, we're seeing tiebreaker. If they lose this one, well, United Kingdom is... that means United Kingdom will be dashing their fingers really quickly on this Hard Rock one, and it's gonna be more than enough for them to win. So yeah, Tokyo, your pure consistency test, mechanics as well. It is just bursts and aim. That's it. That's the name of the game. Very generic, very vanilla. And yeah,
Very chocolate.
very chocolate.
Okay, very good.
Choco.
Very, very good. I
Wait,
mean,
guys,
I
what are
think
your thoughts on Chocomint ice cream though? Wait, hold on. I know Roman has like something meaningful to say, but like, what are your thoughts on Chocomint ice cream?
I kind of fuck with it actually. I like the green color.
It's green? Wouldn't it be like half?
Not. What? What do you mean?
Wait, what?
What?
No, but like
What do
it's
you-
choco mint. It's not just mint. If it was mint, I get it. It would be like green.
But-
like the
But
green.
like, isn't mint just mint with chocolate?
Wait. No, but
Yo,
choco-
Loki, 100 people is watching.
Okay. Anyway. Moving on. I mean, yeah, this map, you know, leans into what Singapore has won on in the past, right? It's gonna lean into that hard rock. It's gonna lean into that tapping element. So, you know, I'm looking for Singapore to hopefully perform very well in this one, but we'll have to see. We're gonna get into the intro of this map very shortly now. Umarot finds that early break, giving Singapore the early score lead.
Yep, that's right. Instantly we get into the first KI, and here's where we're expecting to see more action happen on the scoreline. But as it stands right now, everybody in the lobby currently at cruising altitude, nobody finding any sort of miss. And looks like the comfort is definitely in store for every single one of these players. So it's gonna be a while before we see any movement through the scoreline. But off the back of that accuracy, it is going to cancel out that early miss from Umarov, even though it is gonna start playing.
Yeah, tensions are boiling to the point of overflowing, and Apple Tier is gonna be the first one to draw first blood. Almost a four-way SC from United Kingdom that's gonna find that strong footing on the map. Not after a break from Starlight Ferry though. The dream is still here for Singapore. The gates of their small little comeback are open now, and they are bringing it back. The score is gonna flicker soon enough, but there is a trade of Junk Meta against Nick still. It's not gonna stop the bleeding.
This map is very short as we get into these streams here, but no one finds another. As I say that, Almamal finds that crucial break, and now with UK having Wiggle and Neural, just as I say that, it's breaks all across the board, and there's only 1/3 of the map left to go with a 100k split in favor of UK. Singapore, there's no real big combos to contest against that FC against Wiggler, so it may just be a done deal at this juncture.
Yeah, no,
Oh,
it was
no.
looking so good for Singapore, right, for Loxon. I mean, like, they were holding such big FCs, they were just cruising through the map, and it was only at that moment, just at the end of that first KI, where we saw lights out for both Almond Mao and Sopana. That is heartbreaking if you are a fan of the cinema. But as we move past this final break for Loxon, I think there's
Yeah,
nothing much more to look at.
Yeah, the Singapore Cinderella story is gonna end on this one. They beat Czech and Poland, but fell short against United Kingdom. So close, still, you gotta give them all the respect. 3 points against a seed 11 team. Being a seed 23 team is more than enough. You will still, I'm pretty sure there's a high chance you will still get either first or second place in your group, and you will end up in the winner's bracket or bracket stage. So that's a victory in my book, especially if you're Singapore.
Yep, definitely. And yeah, jokes aside, we hope that you enjoyed whatever the hell this cast was. It was very, very scuffed.
Never in my life, bro. Never in my life.
I
Never
would like to sincerely apologize to Dragonfire in particular, but like only a 50% apology. The rest of the apology you can get from Wilwam.
What?
But yeah, any last words from the both of you?
Congratulations to both these teams for making out a group stage, and special congratulations for Singapore to beating UK on him too. Like what the fuck? Okay.
Okay,
Yep,
and
sounds
special
good
thanks
to
to
me.
Aquatic, who is gonna join VC now. In 3, 2, 1.
He's not joining.
He's gonna lose all
I'm
the aura.
sorry.
He's not
Yeah,
joining.
that's right.
I'm sorry, Philosopher. I'm sorry, go Philosopher.
Yeah, we're gonna see the next United Kingdom match at 17 UTC, if I remember correctly. So be there if you want to see their journey continuing. But for now, it's gonna be it from us.
Yeah. With that, we have been Gammy Corolla, Philopson, and Wilwam. Huge shoutouts to, of course, Jack for being our lovely streamer, and we will see you when we do. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye, 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 bye.
Baby, bye, 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 bye. Don't wanna be a fool.